Hey, what's up guys, Tanner here with another video, and in this video I'm going to tell you how I almost lost $8,000 last night through negotiating with an AliExpress supplier and how they raised the price on me once I had a lot of orders. So in this video I'm going to tell you a couple tactics on how to save money negotiating with AliExpress suppliers and a story on how I almost lost a lot of money. So let's get into it. So on the new store that blew up last week, I still had about 4,000 orders to fulfill, and I was just going through my orders, fulfilling them on AliExpress, making sure everything's running smoothly. And I noticed that my costs were a lot higher than normal. And I was trying to figure out what was going on. And eventually I looked on AliExpress, I found out my supplier had raised the price by over $2 per product. So all these orders, the 4,000 orders, they're all one product because that's what I was focused on my store, one product. And when that product goes up $2 each and I have 4,000 orders, that's $8,000. So I would be losing $8,000 profit just because the seller raised his price. So I definitely didn't want to pay that, and I knew I wasn't going to, and there's other suppliers out there that I could find for cheaper. But the thing is, with Oberlo, once you have that product synced from AliExpress onto that system, then you can't change it because all those orders, they're going to stay the same with that same supplier, with that same AliExpress link. So what I had to do was message that supplier and tell them that I didn't agree with this and what I would like to change. So one of the mistakes I made when I started this store is that I didn't really make a connection with my supplier. All I did was find the product and connect that product with my store through Oberlo. So I didn't talk to my supplier at all before I started my store. I just sort of put the product on there and went to see how it goes. So that's usually what I do with my new stores is I don't really talk to them that much unless I see that a number of orders are coming in. And the thing is that they came in so fast that I wasn't able to make that connection and build a contract to make sure that they didn't raise the price or that I was going to have this many orders and they would keep the price this low. And I didn't make that connection and make a contract, so they're able to change the price however much they want. So once I saw this last night that they had raised the price $2, I immediately thought in my head, what am I going to do? I'm not losing $8,000, so I contacted Oberlo to see how I can change my supplier link for all these orders that I have right now, which you're unable to do. I talked to some of my friends, Sebastian, Cam, and I decided really the only last option I had was to contact my supplier and get them to lower the price. So I still had about 4,000 orders left on my Oberlo to fulfill for this store on this one product. So what I did was I messaged my supplier. I said, hey, I see that you raised the price by $2. I still have about 4,000 orders left to fulfill on this product, so if you don't lower the price lower to what it was than before, then you're going to lose a lot of business. And I just went to bed that night, didn't know what was going to happen, and I woke up and I saw that the supplier had replied, and all they said was, thank you. I was like, what is this supposed to mean, thank you? And I look at the product, they lowered it by about $2.50 just because I sent that one message. And hopefully they keep it that way, and definitely for my next upcoming stores I'll make sure I have contracts for everything and that everything is safe and that my prices won't change for my suppliers and that I make sure that I have good connection and good communication with my supplier. So with this store from last week that I made 70 grand off in 5 days, I didn't have a good communication and good connection, and that's the problem I had, and it was on me because I didn't find the right supplier. So definitely for my upcoming stores, I'll make sure to have good connections and good communication with my suppliers because don't want this to happen again. You want to make sure everything's said and done before you even start your store, that you have the same prices for everything. That's pretty much how business goes. You live and you learn, but you want to minimize your risks. So this is something that I did that was wrong and that I need to make sure that I fix next time. So hopefully this is a little reminder to you that when you're starting a store and you find a product you want to sell, that you make a connection with your supplier and have good communication with them so they're not overpricing you and changing your prices once you have a lot of orders to put in. So for future reference for both me and you, I recommend you find a supplier that is trustworthy and that you're able to talk to and they have good reviews and that people like them, they have a good amount of orders and they've been up for a while, that they're established and people like them, they've been good to their buyers, and that you trust them enough that if you make 70 grand in 5 days, you trust them to fulfill all those orders in a good time frame and they don't change the price on you. So that's just one thing I would look out for. If you don't have contracts with suppliers and you have a ton of orders you're putting in, they're going to see that and they're going to want to charge their prices because these suppliers, they don't make a lot of money. But if they're able to raise the prices because they see how many orders you're putting in, they'll make a ton of money. Like I said, I would have lost 8 grand profit just because they raised their price by $2. So hope this video helps you out a little bit. Learned a little bit about negotiating with suppliers and minimizing your risks. So make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.